It's the most wonderful time of the year. Who says you can have a magical Christmas on a budget? In today's episode, I will be sharing some new fantastic Christmas decor DIYs made with mostly Dollar Tree items. Home decor, DIYs, thrift flips, dupes, hacks, and more. Welcome to CJDIY. Those corner jars are great find at Dollar Tree, and they can be used not just for storage, also as a beautiful decorative item in your kitchen, and you can use them as a great idea for Christmas gifts as well. After I remove their lids and cap, I will be painting them with a white chalk paint. On the corner, you see my inspiration piece. That's from Mackenzie Child's jar that they're selling for $79. We will make ours for like $1.25 a piece. So now that my lids are dry, I am decoupaging it with a Mod Podge and a checkerboard napkin until the whole lid is covered with it. Decoupage is so easy to do, except you gotta be very careful because the napkin is so tiny that you don't rip it off so smoothly. You will need to go with the fingers around it and make sure that that napkin is going nicely and smoothly with no wrinkles and bubble on your surface, and you're gonna have an amazing look at the end. I am doing the same step on the side of the lid and make sure I cover the whole lid with this napkin. After it's all covered, I'm trimming off the excess, and also I'm sealing on top with a matte finish Mod Podge, and I am repeating the same step on my second lid as well. Now that the lids are all covered and dry, with my glue gun in the middle part, I am enlarging the hole where the cap was standing so I can add a bolt and a new cap in it. And it was just a simple thing to do with this glue gun. Since this is plastic, before you add the cap, I'm smoothing out even more with the parchment paper and a mini press just for a few seconds. And you don't want to do it more to melt. And after that, I will be adding this metal filigree that I got in my stash for extra embellishment, and we'll be adding our crystal cap that I have in my stash while back. Before that, I am painting them, heavy distressing them with the gold paint from Dollar Tree, and a new makeover for those candy cookie jars, not just as a decorative piece, but I believe they will be a perfect gift idea for Christmas that is not gonna cost you a lot. I'm showing you these crystal caps that I got in my stash. I got those from Amazon for just a few dollars. I'm painting the bottom part with a golden metallic finish, and then the crystal part I am painting it with a red permanent marker, all from Dollar Tree. And now I'm putting all those pieces together and they look just stunning. Another great find at Dollar Tree are those square picture frames from Dollar Tree. You can cover them with that striped fabric, also from Dollar Tree. Or I have this stripe wrapping sheet, and I decided to cut off those stripes in an angle, not to go straight, but to go on the angle, and I will add that sheet inside of my picture frame. After I trace it off, I'm cutting it off and adding it inside of my frame. On top of the glass, I will be adding my round sign Santa that I have in my stash since last year. I traced it off with a marker where I will be adding the glue. I'm adding a glue and adding back the sign to it. You can add any kind of round sign. Dollar Tree is selling amazing Christmas round signs as well. And on top of the Santa sign, I am also adding another frame from these mirrored frames from Dollar Tree and gluing it on top of the sign. And look how beautiful this sign look. I just love how it came out. For extra embellishment and look, I am adding this golden paint from Dollar Tree and heavy distressing the both frames with it so we can have a more high-end look to my sign. Mrs. Santa's wreath is made last year. I will have that link from last year's video attached to my description box if you like to see how I made that one as well. For the next creation, you will need a round box. I have these round boxes in my stash from a thrift store, but you can find round boxes at Dollar Tree as well. So after I remove the price tag, I will be covering this round box with my stripe wall adhesive paper that I got in my stash. I got this paper from Temu, and I will be covering this box with these stripes. This is such an easy makeover that you will love it at the end. I trace it off how much of this paper I need, and now simple, I am just attaching it to the round box. Very nice and smooth. On top, I'm just adding the axis in the inside part of my box, and then on the bottom part, I just trim off the axis from this paper. And since this wallpaper was not long enough to cover the whole box, I cut off an extra piece and I added on the back part of the box, and make sure I added that piece to look like it was one piece all together. My inspiration piece is this top hat from Mackenzie Childs, and for the bottom part I will need this foam board to make a round shape, and I just trace it off and I'm cutting off with my cutter, and I will be adding that part on the bottom part of my round box. Now that I cut off the round shape, I will be using this velvet fabric from Dollar Tree, and I'm just randomly cutting off a piece to cover this round shape. To add the fabric, I added a very good amount of a Mod Podge, and I will smooth out the fabric on top of this foam board and on the side as well. Now that the top is covered with this fabric, I'm trimming off the excess, and before I add my round box on top, I am painting it with a white chalk paint. I'm adding a glue on the bottom part of my round box and gluing it in the middle part of my velvet round sign. On the bottom part of my foam sign, I'm just cutting off a hole so we can add it on top of our Christmas tree. Also, the bottom part is covered with the same velvet fabric as well to look nice, smooth, and beautiful, like a one piece together. And after I covered the bottom as well, now I'm adding embellishments to my hat. I am adding this velvet ribbon from Dollar Tree and simply gluing it on the bottom part of my round box, just like so. And piece by piece, I think this hat look identical like the original look. And if you go on that website, you will see that they're selling this hat for $149. And mine cost me less than, let's say, $5. On top of it, where we paint our box with a white paint, I'm Mod Podging it with these checkered Mackenzie Childs napkins and smoothing it out with my Decoupage brayer, and also I will seal it with a Mod Podge as well. I trim off the excess and that part is done. To add some touches and shadows that Mackenzie Childs designs are known for, I am adding some paint, white paint in between the black stripes, and I'm adding a golden trims with my golden marker from Dollar Tree, and then wiping it off with my baby wipes. And with that, we're just giving some rustic shadows through my stripes. And to finish off the look, of course, I'm making a bow. On top of the velvet ribbon, I'm adding my checkerboard ribbon and creating a large loop and making a bow. And I will glue this bow in front of the hat, and this creation was so much fun to do, and it's such a beautiful decorative high-end piece that didn't cost us much to do. Those charger plates are perfect find at Dollar Tree, especially those gold ones, just perfect for Christmas. And such a beautiful look with adding just a round sign in the middle part and adding some bows on top, and you have a beautiful decorative piece or great gift idea for Christmas. I got those round signs from Temu, and you can add any kind of sign in the middle. And for a bow, I'm using this red ribbon from Dollar Tree, and for the middle part I added this checkered tiny ribbon from Mackenzie's, and I made it 4 loop bows and added on top of the charger plate, and it looks just beautiful as a decorative piece. I made another sign with this charger plate and a same kind of bow on top. I am also using another golden finish charger from Dollar Tree with a different sign, and also on top I will be making a bow, but this time with my golden polka dot ribbon that I got in my stash, and in the middle I just made a simple 2-loop velvet bow. And that's it. Quick and easy and beautiful high-end look. You can use it as a decorative piece, as I mentioned, or those are such a inexpensive, beautiful gift ideas that you can give it to your loved ones. Another amazing find at Dollar Tree are those large frames, 11 by 14, and you can make a beautiful makeovers with them. This time I'm painting the glass with a white chalk paint, just a one good coat, and I will be decoupaging that glass. I'm using this Santa Mackenzie child's napkin in it. I'm trimming off the edges because those edges will be on top of the picture frame, so we can make it all beautiful, festive, and cohesive. So after I cut off the stripe edges from this napkin, I will decoupage it on top of my glass, and not even in few minutes you're gonna have a beautiful, unique look for our holiday. I am adding a small amount of Mod Podge, and with my sponge brush I'm laying over this napkin to make sure the whole glass is covered with it. Simply I'm smoothing it out with my fingers, and then after I cover it all, I am doing it by parts, as you can see, to make sure I don't rip off the tiny napkin. And after I cover it all, I will smooth it out even more with my decoupage brayer and also with a parchment paper and a mini press to make this sign was like originally made like this with no wrinkles and bubbles, and we have a beautiful unique look. To complete the look for my sign on the frame that I painted white on the edges, I am adding the excess that we cut off from the napkin and covering the whole frame with it. After I cover the whole frame with these leftover edges from the napkin, I will be sealing it with the matte finish Mod Podge, and that's it. I'm using another Dollar Tree sign that I previously removed the paper sign on top and painted with a paint, and this time I'm decoupaging it with this square Mackenzie child ornament napkin. I am removing the back paper of it and I am just adding a Mod Podge and finishing off this sign with it, the same way like we did our other decoupage projects in this episode. For extra embellishment on top of this sign, I'm adding this velvet ribbon in the middle part on the edges. I have also created a two simple loop bow. I added in the middle part, and I added some jewel that I've been adding it in my Christmas decor this year, and that's it for this cute little makeover. This pillow was made from the Mackenzie Child's dish towel that I purchased this summer on clearance for less than $19. I believe it was like $12. I gave it to my mom and she turned it into a pillow. She added a checkered fabric that she had in her stash on the back. She also even added a brooch between his bow tie, and I have a perfect look. Also, Mackenzie's are selling pillows like this for like $100, but mine cost me only few dollars. Another amazing look for Christmas decoration and also wrapping our gift boxes are these checkered wrapping paper from Mackenzie's. You can use those boxes as a decorative piece, and also you can wrap your gifts as well, and it's gonna look just perfect, high-end and beautiful next to your other gifts for Christmas decorations. Also, another tip is day after Christmas, Hobby Lobby have a huge sale, and that's how I scored this beautiful Santa a few years ago for just a few dollars on 90% off. So get ready after Christmas, Hobby Lobby, to find beautiful elves and Santas like this. Those velvet pillows are from Amazon for like $13 for 2 pieces, and I will making them into Mackenzie Childs inspired with this checkered ribbon. I am just first measuring and see how much of this ribbon I need. I'm adding 1 stripe in the middle and 2 stripes on the side as well. I'm trimming off those 2 stripes that I will be adding in the middle part. And actually for these pillows I was inspired by Lisa Birmingham, that she made amazing pillows with the different colors, inspired by the Grandin Road pillows, with adding ultra hold heat and bond adhesive and adding a ribbon on top of the pillows. So after I cut off pieces from this heat and bond, I am just adding it with my mini press for like few seconds and then removing the header sheet. And that's how we can place these ribbons on top of the pillow with no stitching and sewing and no stitching lines as well. I'm repeating the same step on my other 2 stripes, and they will be ready in just a few seconds. Now that I added the heat and bond, I am removing the header sheet and I am adding it in the middle part of my pillow. Before I added the mini press on it, I wanted to measure it to make sure this ribbon is added in the middle part of my pillow. Also the other 2 stripes as well. They were like 7 inches apart between each other, and in just a few minutes you will have a brand new look for this pillow. Since this is a velvet pillow and I don't want to ruin that fabric, I'm adding a parchment paper, and then with my mini press I am going over on top of the ribbon, and that's it. I'm creating a large bow with making 2 large loops from the same ribbon, and I'm cutting 2 large pieces, equal pieces, and I will stitching off the edges to make them into a bow just like that. And then we're gonna stitch them in the middle part where we added those 4 lines of the ribbon, just like that. And now I'm positioning my loops where I wanted them. In the middle part, I am stitching them with my needle and sewing them in the middle part and in the inside part of the pillow and making it nice and sturdy. To finish off the look, I am making another small loop and stitching it in the middle part of my bow. I'm opening up the loops to look nice, and we have amazing look for this pillow with a large bow. And since I made this bow with this dramatic large bow, and I really love how it came out, it looks like a large giant gift box with a beautiful bow on top of it. I made my second pillow with just 1 cross of this checkered ribbon, and you can keep those pillows for your decorations this year, or you can gift those pillows to someone you love and have amazing gift for them. Another amazing finds I wanted to show you are those pillow covers that I purchased from Temu with these checkerboard Mackenzie Child inspired prints that I purchased for just a few dollars. And my darlings, unfortunately, this is the end of this episode. If you like this content and for more, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. Let me know which one is your favorite. And my darlings, until next time, stay blessed from me to you. Bye-bye.